Tush is playing there. You'll see him in number 2 in the red of Portugal. He first played on the tour in the year 2000. There he is. You'll see number 4. His twin brother started in 2001, and he's here as well. Now, Diogo went off the tour for about 3 or 4 seasons to be the manager. And here's a good story too, Mike Adamson. This is his 5th visit to Wellington. 4 times he came with Scotland as a player, the last time in 2010. And he's back now as the referee. Big support for Fiji, as always, on the HSBC 7's World Series. So the referee, Mike Adamson from Scotland, blows to begin this one. It's Fiji in the white against Portugal in the red. And it'll be a tough one for Portugal, this one, against the brilliance of Fiji. With me is Dallas Seymour.
And Portugal making a good fist bit at the moment, but as we can see here, the Fijians are very good at getting around and wrapping up those Portuguese attackers. Great start by the Fijians to score a scrum off that first play.
So there's the Fijian coach, very accomplished Ben Ryan, an Englishman who's taken over the job and is in many respects built into the Fijian systems already, a new discipline, while not forgetting their brilliance and their unorthodox play. And they've got some beautiful players. Here's one of them, Kolini Sau. Flying out wide is Samasoni Very. Number 6 is Kantomnibal. And Manu Langai. Samasoni Very back in the tour after playing professional in France. And look at this for a lovely run by Semi Kunatane. Now the big forward found an angle and ran it home.
And again, a great opportunity here by the Fijians. Gwyn that took the ball out of the left-hand side of the field, used the space, and a very ineffective tackle there by the sweeper from Portugal. But Kunatani, great work there, and he had support on the outside as well.
So here's their great captain, and he really is a brilliant player, Osia Kolini Sau. If you've been following the 7's, you'll probably know him over the years with his various hair cuts. As we see Kunatani going again. Various head cuts there. That's an interesting way to describe it. Sometimes long, sometimes dyed, sometimes crew cut. Today it's kind of shaved off. There he is restarting. But however he does it, he's always great to watch. Kunatani in their number 1, and away go Portugal. Portugal with so many wonderful stories in their lineup. And here goes a lovely run for them by Carl Murray. And up in Whangarei, New Zealand, there'll be a special shout for the Kiwi in the Portugal team. That's Carl Murray, who's in for a try for Portugal.
And some great work here. All the Fijians came straight off their ruck and looked to reset for the second phase defence, but great work to back himself by Carl Murray. The Fijians have got a lot of pace, but he caught them absolutely napping. That's a great reply by Portugal.
Okay, here's little. The kicker here is Nuno Guedes. Usually it's Pedro Leal, but he's not on the field at the moment, so Guedes kicks. But there is Leal, the little guy in the middle, who's been playing for over a decade as well for Portugal. But look at this from Carl Murray. He's look at that, he broke through all the tacklers and got away. Dallas, that's amazing.
That's fantastic, and good sharp smarts from him as well. He got to his feet straight away, picked up the ball and took off again.
So Portugal in possession again. There's Estevez, another of the, we hesitate to use that word, veterans, but he's been in the game for over a decade now. Here he is again. Adorito Estevez. Number 1 is Linho. Referee Adamson from Scotland.
As you watch the Portuguese coaches here, it's good to see the teams being really really proactive and positive in their play around the ruck area as well. That's been one thing that's been picked up by the referees over the last few years. So it's good to see teams being really good with that area of play and being positive about it.
So the try scorer for Portugal, number 6, Carl Murray.
Fiji hold.
Born in the beautiful beach town way up in the north of New Zealand, or he's born in Whangarei, but lives at Waipu Cove. And so they'll be having a special cheer for him for that breakthrough, the burst, and then their 45-metre run. Well, the chairman of the New Zealand Rugby Union, Richie Guy, played a big part in the game turning pro back in 1995. Also a Waipu man, still playing rugby in senior grades, offside, well into his 60s.
Offside.
Estevez. Semi Kunatani, that's the try scorer there, number 1 for Fiji. Number 8 for Fiji, there's Mulivoro, and he's in attendance now. Number 2 is Manu Lagai.
Advantage offside.
Well, Portugal have to maintain their disciplines at a time like this.
Yeah, and unfortunately they've been caught offside out wide, and again it gives Fiji a fantastic opportunity to put pressure back on the Portuguese. There's a couple of the Portuguese bending over, so they're under a fair bit of pressure at the moment.
So look for, oh, there's a lovely pass, and it's Samasoni Viriviri. Our first look at him here. He has been in brilliant form over the last few years. Viriviri, he's been off playing in France and is back again. A bit worried about his condition when he got to Suva, but he's in beautiful shape, and expect to see him in the later rounds with his brilliant running. Colinisau with the conversion now. Ryan will be pleased, but he's a perfectionist, and so that was a bad error really on their point of view to allow that try to be scored. Here's Estevez. Now in his young years he was pretty quick. Looks pretty quick now, doesn't he? Very quick. Eduardo Estevez, big dive, and the big man is in. Lovely try there for Didi. And look, he scored a few of them in his time on the tour.
Some great work by Estevez, and what set it up was that first kickoff. The Portuguese have done a lot of work over the years, and good to see them taking those nice clean kickoffs, which gave them the opportunity to run up that flat defensive line of Fiji.
Nice kick by Guedes, and that's fantastic effort by Portugal in the first half. A delay, and he really left Jetty too wide behind, and then the big dive. Look at this. So we have reached the half-time. It's a very good situation. He's gone up to second on the all-time Portugal try scoring list, and the half-time score is 12-all. Pedro Neto is the Portuguese coach. Here he is.
Estamos todos montados daquele lado, se a bola sai para o lado lá, sofremos aquele e sai por causa disso. Temos que ser decisivos, quem aparece ali no meio do campo, marca o homem, ok? Pode marcar a bola. Os jogadores estão a puxar. Malta, no ataque, não se isolem, ok? Sempre que quisermos jogar a bola fora, procurar o exterior, isolamos. Okay? Bate o pé, vem para dentro, os jogadores estão na origem, levantem-se rápido, já vimos. É pelo eixo, mal. É pelo eixo que nós temos que ir.
The time to go quiet first game is the time to kind of know a level. Okay, yeah. I made changes after the first minute. I just put Jassa straight on for Billy, and then the other changes will come. Okay, we'll just go hard now, and then we'll make changes.
So very measured message from Ben Ryan. That is not surprising. That's his manner. But 12 all, nevertheless, is a bit of a surprise against the Fijian team for all their excellence build up over the years. 12 all. So here's Nuno Guedes, young man who says he'd like in his time to meet Nonu. Well, he's in the right city to do that. The great All Black resident here, played many times on this field and is back in the capital playing for the Hurricanes this season in the Super 15 competition. But is not playing this weekend. He's waiting the birth of his third child. Throwing for Fiji is Emosi Mulivoro, and there is Manu Lagai, and Mulivoro now. Colina Sau, very. Number 3 for Portugal is Vasco Mendes, and number 2 is Diogo Matush. Here they come again. Oh, that's Kunatani. That is a straight fumble. Well, Dallas, this is not Fiji as we've come to know them.
No, definitely not. But one thing I will say for the Portuguese, they've got a very good defensive line at the moment. So the only place that the Fijians can go is out wide. And they are working very well here. As we can see, the Fijian player, he just took his eyes off the ball a little bit, which goes to show some of the pressure that Portugal's putting on Fiji.
Guedes.
All backwards.
It's backwards. Pushed away is Jose Vareta, number 11. Vareta with the ball again. Guedes is very elusive, but decides not to go. There's the try scorer, Estevez. He's a winger in the 15s. He's played a number of test matches for Portugal. 27, in fact, in the full 15-a-side game. There is Kunutani trying to make amends. Mind you, he got the try, hasn't he? Out wide to Colina Sau. Now here's very bursting play. Good backup by Colina Sau. He's got too much speed for Guedes. Colina Sau. Osia Colina Sau.
And some great work here by Vidi. Taking on 2 defenders. Good strong carry of the ball and good backup there by Colina Sau. Nice little jog over the line, but he didn't look like he was actually sprinting down the line. I think it just goes to show the Fijians are a little bit tired, again, because of the pressure that's coming from the Portuguese, but good reply by Fiji.
So they might have made some mistakes, but they are in the lead now. And you heard the coach at half-time saying there'll be changes made after they get the lead, so some players might be coming on. There's Coach Ryan, born in Wimbledon in England, and now very again. You see some of the brilliance that has made him the player of the year on the last year's circuit. He's such a brilliant man, and that's exactly the best example.
Yeah, fantastic piece of work here from Fiji from broken play, and this is Fiji at their best. The ball's turned over, the defence doesn't have time to react, and with their speed and their step and their footwork, Fiji are just far too good, and Vidi punished the Portuguese team under the post for another try to Fiji.
And there he is. He plays out of Montpellier now in France. And you remember way back, as he goes to the sideline, there was a Samasoni very in the most famous Fiji win of all time, when they beat the Lions back in 1977. Samasoni very exact same name. That's his grandfather. So the name proudly carried on by grandson Samasoni. Now into the game comes Jerry Tuwai. And Verimalua, number 4, Jasa Verimalua is on. So well-earned rest for 2-try scorer Viri Viri. So the 2 new forwards are on. Number 4 is Jasa Verimalua. Number 5 is Sitiveni Wonga. Kunatani. Nice pass off to Wonga and Sitiveni Wonga. So the try scoring coming through now.
Yeah, some great work here by Fiji. Again, playing good, simple rugby, but what has set this up is, as we've gone on in the game, Portugal have made 3 mistakes. 3 times Fiji have punished them and gotten over the line.
So try converted 31-12, not 10 metres. Played by Portugal though. Eduardo Esteves. The Portuguese will take some satisfaction. The last time they played that game at Gold Coast, it was 38-0. And they've scored 2 good tries today. One there by Esteves. Cleared by Diogo Miranda. The Matouche brothers are number 2 and number 10, by the way. The twins, identical twins. Been playing for, well, one from the year 2000, believe it or not. That's a span of 15 years, although he was the manager for a while. But here he goes. That's him there, Diogo. He's the guy that was the manager, began in 2000. His brother, David, number 10. There's Pedro Leal, who's off the bench as well. And this is good play by Portugal. Bravely running it. Esteves again. He's clear. Try number 3 for Portugal. And there it is. Well done, Esteves.
He'll be feeling the pinch, Esteves. He's done a power of work for Portugal in this game. And a great bit of work attacking the line. Esteves took a good line on the inside there. Very positive work. The Fijian defender was flat-footed, and Esteves just used his step and his fend to get around close to the post. That's a good reply by Portugal. They're making Fiji look a bit ordinary at times.
They are indeed. And I tell you what, they'll be thinking, well, also in the pool are Australia and Wales. They could give either one of those teams a shake-up. And this is a very tight group, especially for the second placing. Fiji have got a good win here, 31-19, but mistakes in their performance. Leal kicks off. One of the tiniest guys on the tour, all those years he's been playing. Just 5'6" tall, and that's 1.70 meters. And a nice run coming in here by Tuwai. Knocked away by Silva.
Accidental offside, he kicked it into you. Knock on.
And there's the Scottish brogue of referee Mike Adamson. Blows for full time. And a bit of a mixed bag for Fiji. Nevertheless, they've beaten Portugal by 31-19. Lovely moments in this one, Dallas.
Yeah, great to see Portugal scoring some great tries. That's a beautiful shot of Esteves there. A great shot of Kunatani and that fend.